There's the coffee screen.
The coffee screen.
Coffee, coffee,
Yes.
coffee.
Our wonderful, wonderful screen with our sponsor, Grinding Coffee Co. Grinding coffee for all your Grinding Coffee Co. needs.
It's been my daily coffee for the last couple of weeks.
It's such good
Since I
coffee.
finally got my birthday present.
I need to get something faster to make it because all I have right now is a French press for it. It just takes too long when I want to have it on the go. But I do enjoy it when I get to sit down and just sip.
I need to start liking coffee so I can try this.
Yeah, gotta get some coffee. But yeah,
I'm staying at my brother's for Christmas. I have to bring my own coffee maker because he doesn't drink coffee, so he doesn't have one.
French press is a good way to do it. It's small, portable, and you can make basically, a cup or two's worth.
I have we have one of those well, I don't even know what they're called. But they make like a very small cup of coffee.
Just a little.
Oh, the espresso in a cup.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the K cup.
The black the black espresso press is fun, but I have to. I lost my 2,000 filters for it in the last move, so I need to rediscover. I mean, it's in a box somewhere, but that's in the midst of the box motif of.
That's our house too. It's somewhere in a box.
Yeah, it didn't help that I moved 6 months before my wife came out and joined me, and then we moved within like a year and a half from that again, and that was just too many boxes.
Yep.
Yeah, after a point, you just start downsizing. It's like, what do we really need to bring along? Alrighty. Notifications are out, so I won't stall us any longer with the away screen because, boof, there's our beautiful faces. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
We're back. It's time once again for Wild Beyond the Witchlight. I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to our wonderful dungeon mistress, Shay.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shay. I am the dungeon mistress this evening, and I will be running Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Episode 9, A Ribbiting Tale. We didn't get too far last session. I believe you picked up a little bit more information after an extended conversation with the Severed Heads, and met with King Gullup the 19th, who promptly assumed that the monarch visiting them, Jell, was there to make an alliance through marriage. However, it doesn't seem to be the case. They got some more information. Were given a little task to deliver a book and assure that the witch living at the center of the village had the book returned, and was assured that King Gullup the 19th was doing a great job and was returning this book because he stumbled across of it. You did nothing with the fire going on, and an exhausted bullywug gave up on it. And the next day, after you all had finished your rest, now there's just little coals dancing inside, and the fire grows steadily larger as he sleeps. Additionally, you met a rock and offended him by stepping on his head, and were subsequently attacked by Marrow. After a quick battle with the Bullywug Knights coming to your aid in the latter half of it, you all had come out of it more or less That's all right. That's about where we pick up. Would my current players like to introduce themselves and who they're playing tonight? And we'll dive right in.
Rindis. I am playing Zashir. They are a monk, and they are currently speaking Celestial.
I'm Dido. I'm playing Cinder, the Fire Genasi Warlock, and they are currently a male.
I'm Stefan, and I am playing the Forest Gnome Ranger Uncle Constantine, who currently goes by Kostya.
I am Douglas93. I am playing the Changeling Wizard Chell. I am not getting married, okay? Let's just clear that up right now.
Definitely.
He is.
Wink.
They are. They just don't know it yet.
All right. Well, we'll pick up again where about where we left off. The knights quickly making sure that that their visitors are all right, offering a potion to Zashir and fanning off the almost drowned Chell. But these knights look to you, and then one of them says, "Do you all require an escort?"
Sure.
Very well. And the one that spoke kind of like claps his armored feet together and gives a quick salute, and the other three knights all do the same.
Are we gonna go call on the muck stumps? It's only appropriate for someone of your stature.
Yes, we were. Let's continue on our way, shall we?
Yeah, let's go see them. I mean, there's no reason we shouldn't, right? All celestial choir singing.
Are you gonna sing like that for the rest of the day?
Yes.
Yes, they will.
I don't really have a choice.
They'll translate just word revert at that point. Oh.
Yeah.
Shell's actually going to use prestidigitation to dry themselves off, and when they're done, they're going to look slightly more feminine than they did in the water.
The blue knights all clap.
Now, if you wouldn't mind, could you please lead us to the Muckwoods?
The Mucks? Of course.
Yes.
And two of them take the lead, and two of them take the rear, and they begin to walk.
Tally-ho.
Nope, not yet.
You all feel free to move yourselves. But they come to one of the rivers for pausing and offering a hand to anyone who will take it.
I will definitely take it.
I'll take a hand.
They anyone who takes a hand, they will scoop you up princess style and just leap across the to the other side.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Treat me like
I'll-
royalty.
yeah. I'll be a stranger in paradise.
When in downfall, do
Exactly.
as the bullywugs do.
You all are esteemed guests.
Now the question is, do they continue to carry us?
They will set you down, and unless you ask to be carried.
No, I'm pretty big and heavy armor.
Happy just kind of like goes under the water and then comes up on the other side, following behind you all. But as you all move, you start to pass a watchtower, and glancing upward as they continue to lead you, the bullywugs don't pause, but they do give like a little nod to the bullywugs in the watchtower. There doesn't appear to be a ladder or rope of any kind, except for a clothesline that seems to disappear into the fog closer to the cottage. But they both wave from their perch, and you see that one of them is using a spyglass, which may or may not be very helpful in the fog, but they use it nonetheless. And along the way, you pass. I believe this is a pin. Now, tell me whether or not you all can see through here, because that changes what you see.
No.
Nope. I had to
It's
adjust
just a dark
dynamic lighting
space.
on the tower. Yeah, those are walled off.
Oh, alright. It is a drawing. Alright, so you pass here, and you, as you pass this building here, you just hear like something's vomiting.
The flute was that.
One of the knights looks back as they're leaving you, then realizes you're speaking another language and just enjoys the song.
My knight is querying, what was that sound?
Oh, that is the king's knight in there, or the king's mount. Currently, Blanc is playing with them.
Does he have a snail too?
The other one pipes up. It's more of a giant toad.
Oh.
No. How giant is giant? Like, could I ride it? Or is it more of a giant toad compared to the little one?
Would you like to see?
It's not dangerous, is it?
No, not at all.
Well, let's say, so I think it'd be a nice little detour.
Could be fun.
Sure. Yeah.
So they give a nod, and they'll lead you down to the door, and just kind of like take up post on either side and say, the handler of Blanc should be inside. Door's unlocked. So anyone who opens the door.
Open the door.
Well, Kostian is well aware of how safe and sensible it is to open unusual doors with strange noises coming from behind them, so he just reaches up and pulls the door open.
And as you do, knocking first, I presume, you do see...
Oh, he forgets about knocking.
Let's see. Here we are. Tracker.
He might do a loud hello as he opens, but that's about it.
Make a wisdom save for me.
It's not against magic by any chance.
It is your curse.
Okay, so not against magic then.
It's technically magic.
Technically magic. Okay, so technically I get to roll that again.
Yes.
And let's see if I can actually get a positive this time. Okay, an 11.
11. You reach up to open the door, and there's just a tingle in the back of your mind, and you grab the handle, and you almost do resist this urge, but after a moment, you just tap once and then open the door.
That's just having to reach up and get the handle. It's
tricky like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you swing open the door, and inside on the ground.
Oh, that is a giant toad.
Ooh, can I ride it?
It is a mount.
You do see, like, in the process, like as you open the door, you see in the process the swollen neck. He just and out of his mouth just spills another bullywug, just like covered in gunk and saliva. But this bullywug stands up and just shakes himself off. There is a frayed rope that tethers this giant toad to a post that in the center of the hut.
I have seen many a reproductive style in my years, but that takes some beating.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
Incredibly unexpected.
The bullywug in the center just kind of like looks back and forth as this massive toad just like sits there going. It looks back and forth. Can I help you?
I came to see the giant toad that you can ride.
Oh, this is King's Mount. If you wanna give him a ride, as long as you don't just undo that tether, do you mind watching him while I just go rinse off in the river? King got upset I had to let him swallow me whenever he wanted to play.
That's weird.
That
Not the
seems
weirdest
unpleasant.
thing I've seen, but
He looks just kind of like just kind of like nods a little bit and says, "Weird, yeah. That's a word for it."
That is a word for it.
sure, you go. We definitely won't undo the tether.
That's good. It would be all of our heads if you did. Okay, I'll be right back. And he just kind of like squishes out past everyone, and dives into the river.
We're definitely untying it, right?
How about if
Maybe later.
I am all for untying it, especially if we decide to overthrow the king.
How loud do you say that?
Just loud enough for the people in the room to hear.
Okay,
It's hard to whisper for it to actually pick up.
fair point.
We're stage whispering.
Stage whisper. I'll go up to the frog. Toad, sorry. And I guess, since it's huge, give it a pat. How slimy is it?
Pretty slimy. You give him a pat, and there's just like, it's not like, it's got that like cold kind of.
Is it like a slick slimy or like a sticky slimy?
It's a slick slimy. It's not like you touch it and when you pull your hand back, there's like tendrils of goop like the underside of Happy, but it's more just like a thin. Have you ever felt a toad before?
Yes.
Kind of like
I
that.
felt frogs, but never toads.
What happens if we lick it? Just asking for a friend.
I would assume Shell translated that.
Yeah, I'll translate that. It's like, but I'm just curious what happens if it gets licked.
I mean, fuck around and find out.
I'm gonna lick the toad.
Okay. That's a giant frog. This is a giant toad.
Oh no, she's pulling up grung stats.
Yeah.
They got stats for both of them. Roll me. God, I feel like I should make this a little bit more fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why not? Roll me 1d 222.
Oh no, is this a wild magic surge?
Maybe.
Oh, Jeebus.
Now
Well,
put the fire babies.
174.
174.
while Zashir is licking this thing, how would you like to go on some fiery adventures?
Are you trying to steal it?
Yes.
Awesome.
I was gonna take the mounted combatant feat.
Nice. Oh. You lick this toad, and all of a sudden, you feel amazingly like you could do anything.
I can do anything.
You receive the benefits of the heal spell.
Oh.
All your strength returns, and then some.
Cool. I'm glad I didn't drink that potion yet.
Yeah, good thing.
Maybe after we're done with what's your race?
So
We'll
are you
come back and visit again.
Yeah. Are you,
I have
are
a
you-
few.
Once
I have
we
a few
become
friends.
king of the Bullywugs, it is our mountain. We're not stealing it.
Exactly.
Are you trying to get this toad to be more friendly to you?
Yes,
Give me an animal handling.
this can only go well. I'm charisma based. This can only go well.
You got this.
This can only go well. Or
So it does react positively to you. The reflection of this 4 is that this toad leans into you, and then leans in closer, and then
Yeah.
does a 16
I'm only
hit, or do you let it hit you?
hold on. Yeah, 16 will hit, but I was gonna let it hit me anyways.
So you all just see this big toad just go, and you see that Cinder's legs are just kind of like dangling out there.
Cinder?
Licked him.
It just sits there happily.
Joe's gonna like grab one of Cinder's boots, like, I think you're playing, but we should probably not be inside the toad.
But tickle the inside of his throat.
Because and you fall out and you're just covered in,
It's really dark in there.
and its little neck pouch just says just sitting there happily.
Yeah, we didn't actually ask its name yet.
Can anybody talk to the animals?
Glance at the gnome.
Oh, I'm sure I can, but do we want to now, or do we want to save that for when we're running back through here, having done what is inevitable?
Let's save it for when we've done what's inevitable.
Or we can wait until the other bullywug comes back and just ask him.
As well.
Until murder.
And
I'm not translating that one.
No,
Yeah.
don't translate that one.
And as you mentioned, the other bullywug, Blanc does return, newly cleansed from all the saliva, and says, "Oh, good, everything is in order." And just kind of like puts himself against the wall and just like slides around. And just like looks at Cinder. I see you've met the King's Mount.
Yes, it was quite fun. I even helped it open its mouth so I could climb in.
Uh-huh. I'm sure that's exactly what happened.
It is.
What is the mount's name?
That is important for later.
King Golub the 19th never named him.
Oh.
Blasphemy.
Just said that I had to let him swallow me.
We will name him Swallows.
Wait, why do you in particular get swallowed?
I'm the lucky toad that, bullywug that gets to, watch over the King's Mount and ensure that nothing untoward happens to him.
Why?
Because the king said so.
Did you
Does
piss
the
the
king-
king off?
Not that I'm aware of.
Does the king actually ride him?
You know? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Has he ever
Probably.
left this confined room?
I mean, when they have to take him out to give him his daily exercise and feed him and pick up his toad poop.
So you basically have this toad in prison because the king wants him.
That's a strong word I would not say in front of the king.
But we're not in front of the king.
Good, I didn't hear it from you.
Good, because you weren't near the king either.
Right.
So that's why we're having this discussion now.
Mm-hmm. What are you implying?
I'm implying that I won't mention your treasonous thoughts that you made out loud.
That's not... Make a intimidation check.
I need you to translate all of this medicine.
Oh, that's what translating, yes. And she'll give Sahira a look around and like, the hell?
You see this bullywug just kind of like go a sickly shade of yellow. That's good. If you ever need anything, I'm at your service. Please don't mention this to anyone.
We won't. Don't worry.
Fantastic.
Just want you to remember this conversation for
I
later.
prefer not to.
Good. Good.
We should keep going. I like this frog. Toad.
We'll-
Sorry, Swallows.
And you see this toad just kind of like staring at Blanc now. I just washed. All right.
Enjoy your play date.
Mm-hmm. Always do.
Yeah, then I will leave. Well, that was interesting. I've never seen a big giant toad. No, I probably have, but I haven't.
Never seen
So
someone
close.
get eaten by one.
That is first for me.
I've never been eaten by one. It was interesting. Not quite what I was expecting. I was expecting more of like the outside, but the inside was more wet than slimy.
I was gonna cast Prestidigitation on Cinder. Just to get the saliva off.
The cold
Her whole body erupts in flames. And then it goes away.
Didn't think I'd use that spell. So, onward to the Muckstucks now.
Yeah, we were still supposed to go meet the Mucks.
Yes, it's good to meet all the nobility as one of your stature. We can lead you. The muck stumps are right this way. And then the knights
Next
post up.
Stop on the tour.
Above the door, just like sitting on the ledge. Shelly, you see. I can do this. You see that fellow just staring down at you.
Ooh. Him again.
Yep, there's just a little start, and Shell's like, nope, just ignore him. Just ignore him.
But one of the knights says, "This is the abode of the muck stumps."
So
I suppose you should
go say hi first.
We knock? No, I forgot my microphone doesn't pick up my knocks.
Did that pick up?
Do you just?
Yep, Shell will knock on the door.
Okay, you knock on the door, and on the inside, you hear. Does anyone speak Bullywug? I'm guessing no.
That would be a
No.
really interesting choice.
Okay.
Comprehend languages.
Yeah.
Oh, comprehend languages.
Oh, you're right. So all of you just hear, except you, Chell. You hear, push the note under the door.
Shell looks at the bottom of the door, see if there's a note. I don't see it have a note.
I don't have a note.
Do we have a note?
You have a note.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
You were the one
You got it,
you were the one who sent us here.
Costume will
Got your
pull out
line
his pan flute and play a C-sharp chord.
Under the door.
Perform a check from Kostya, and what were you doing?
Yeah, just making a note.
Oh.
With a musical note. I guess I have a note, apparently.
9. Okay. Do you remember the note you found?
Oh, yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you don't remember.
No.
you probably left
There
it
was
somewhere.
Yeah, no. They did pass a note in the cup. Yeah, I remember the cup. Thank you, Dido.
Mhm.
You're welcome.
Cup note.
I mean, we were literally just talking about, assassinating the king.
It's true. I pushed that note under the door.
You push the note under the door just as Kostya does play his own tune.
Not quite a perfect flattened fifth, but
No, but roll me a d100. All right. So you play this tune, and for a minute, like something catches your eye before it's just a song note, and it's not like god awful. It's a little bit below average, but it's a little shaky song note before it clops to the ground and starts to run away. Sprouts 2 little legs and starts to run. But you see it go off across the bridge in this direction.
Huh, well that happened.
It happens. Apparently I've let my music run away with me.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently so.
After a moment, the door opens, and inside you see that there is a bullywug with a spear. Looks a bit jittery. Behind this guard, there's a wooden crate with hunting gear piled atop it, and huddled in the back of the hut are 4 more bullywugs. There is a lot of tension that is very palpable in the air of all these bullywugs, and the one at the door just kind of like glances left and right to the knights to either side, and.
Sorry, Chelsea's gonna look to the knights. Thank you for your escort, but we should be fine here.
Of course. And should you need anything, just let us know. And they all bound off to a respectful distance for him. At that, you see the bullywug just on the inside relax a little bit, and then gestures for you to enter. Whoops.
Is there enough room for everybody in here? Seems a bit ramp.
I can't quite see the inside of the tower thingy.
Inside of the tower.
Are you inside? It's
Right.
just a circle with a bunch of people.
As we say in the forest, if there's room for a heart, there's room for a bum.
Hang on. There you go.
Also, let's do a quick fix here. Because I don't know why we're still using that token. Sha-sha-sha.
Sha.
Oh, yeah. My token by B.
That's right.
You can see with this one, right?
Yep. Then,
Delete it.
there we go.
Deleted.
Alright, but after you all enter, the bullywug who first opened the door shuts it behind him, and then turns to face the rest of you and says, "Well met. I see one of your stature has gotten a good taste of what our kingdom is like. Tell me, what do you think of King Gulliv the 19th?
Well, Chelsea's gonna stop for a moment, like, pondering, like, should they try to put this politely, or should they not?
They're still talking bullywog, right?
Yeah, they responded. Well, no, they responded in common, even if they can comprehend the languages, so they would have switched.
He seems to think that everything's going perfectly around here, though there seems to be things that could be improved.
And what do you think of his work so far?
To be fair, we haven't seen much of it yet.
Exactly.
Yeah, there hasn't been much to inspire.
That's right.
We saw heads on a pike.
Is that normal or is that new?
I mean, and he's trying to get somebody else to take a fall for a book he stole.
Such savagery. No king should treat his kingdom and his followers that way. He needs to be deposed of. And I, Illig, Baron of Muckstump, should take his place and rule justly.
He didn't actually answer the question.
What was the question?
Oh, I hope that wasn't translated.
That was whispered to me about he seems incompetent.
Yeah. Unless he speaks Celestial. I don't know. Does he speak Celestial?
Let me check. No.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it was Chell who couldn't understand me because I still speak Celestial. Yeah, he didn't answer the question about is it normal for the heads being cut off.
My knight is concerned that you didn't answer their question whether or not it is normal for the spikes of the heads.
It's as normal as I remember. As far as I recall, the heads have always been there. Since I was a tadpole. A few more now. And if we are successful in liberating the kingdom, then King Gulp the 19th's head will decorate the bridge along with the rest of them.
And then, following that logic, your head would follow after.
Of course not. I rule justly.
Well, justly or not, someone else is going to do exactly like you did. What makes you think you'll survive longer than... What gulp are they on?
19.
18? 19.
19th.
You're right. I'll need an armed escort at all times. But this can be worked out at the end of once I secure rule. And
Have you considered a republic?
what is a republic?
Where instead of having a king, you have elected officials who all govern together. That way you can stop killing each other.
All the bullywugs in the room just kind of like look left and right to each other and like that sounds different and scary.
Well,
Change
it's
can be
something new.
scary.
They keep going back to lick the alcoholic toad. So, to the pub, lick.
I love it.
Thank you. I approve.
Take inspiration.
Well, yeah.
You know what?
That sounds like a preposterous
You know what?
system that would never work.
That's probably... You know what? That's probably how you will be a better ruler than Gulp. You just have to keep licking the toad.
Keep licking the toad, you say. Make a deception check.
19.
Yes. I like this idea.
I mean, but you would have to keep the toad safe.
It's true. The toad must be safe at all times.
And happy. Can't forget happy.
Well, I would hope you're happy.
I'm not the toad. The toad would have to be
Yes,
happy as
you
well.
should definitely lick the toad. Ed Cinder is pointing to Shell.
I
I was just gonna stare daggers at Cinders like
You You see his cheeks darken a little bit, and he says, "Well, that would be some talk for marriage once I am ruler of this kingdom.
But
I am not opposed to having you rule by my side. We could unite our kingdoms together."
my knight likes to jest, quite frequently at my expense, but they tend to keep me grounded, so I allow it against some better judgments at times.
Yeah, like how these bullywugs have no idea we just met like a day ago.
Yeah.
And nobody even knows who I serve.
The knight speaks wisely.
Oh, you serve Titania?
No.
No? No. Then I have no idea.
But I do have a plan for getting rid of this tyrant of the king. So here's my plan. It's really straightforward. I intend to approach Gulp the 19th while the king sits on his throne. I pretend to trip him and accidentally stick him in the eye with a dagger.
Oh, I was just gonna challenge him to honorable combat.
So you want your first act as ruler to be an accident? You don't seem very formidable that way.
Huh. Do you have another plan?
Challenge him to honorable combat.
Nah.
Well, if I challenge him to honorable combat, I will need a champion. No doubt, King Gulp the 19th will have someone champion in his stead as well.
Oh, well then how does his head end up on a pike if he's not the one fighting?
We kill him afterwards.
Then what's the point of a champion?
It's an honorable duel.
But
I just need the best champion.
if he's going to die anyways, why wouldn't he just fight for his own life?
I suppose it depends on how well he fights.
Alright, group huddle.
Go back into a little huddle.
Alright, so what we do is Kostya will volunteer to be the king's champion. He's going to take a dive. I'm going to be the Muckstump's champion.
What's gonna stop him from using what's their face as their champion?
What's your face?
Yeah, the prisoner.
Oh, we don't let that happen. Kostya is a much more convincing option. They're an outsider. They have nothing to lose from sacrificing him, right?
Yeah, but I mean, they were gonna kill the guy in prison anyways. They say if he wins,
Why would the prisoner want to fight for them?
to be free.
But we could free them if we win.
Well, we could free them before we win.
Or we could free them before we win.
Bring them before you win might
I
be
like
the best
that.
option.
I like that idea better.
If
Prove their
it
options.
takes them out of the running for...
But then we're the ones who's killing the king, so why do we need these people?
We don't. You'll just like poke her head up to make sure they're not listening.
Make a group stealth check.
Gotcha.
Okay, I have a question. Typically, I roll stealth with disadvantage, but we're just
Your
talking.
Yeah.
Armor will not count towards this.
Okay.
23.
Come on, wizard self. Ooh, 15.
Come on, Dido. Hey!
You would it. I guess I should roll for him. All right, where is this guy? Where are you, Illig? Illig, you don't have a thing? Oh, because you're based off of another thing.
Mhm.
That's just how inconsequential this guy is.
Oh no.
All right. Yeah, not even close. He cannot make out what you're saying.
Well, you might want one of them in charge so we can just leave and not have to worry about it afterwards. Also, might be easier to convince the rest of them to help us out. Because you do have the person in the middle of the swamp. You do have the person in the middle of the swamp to deal with.
You can see on Cinder's face that she's trying really hard to realize that the person in the center of the swamp is more important than taking over this swamp.
And then is there one of the...
We can deal with them first and then take over the swamp, right?
Isn't one of the covens supposed to be hanging off?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
They're in the middle of the swamp.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they told us that she was here, and I feel like they don't like her. I feel like that's right.
Pretty sure they're quite scared of her, yes.
Yeah.
Because anytime someone says her name, it kind of dramatically, the thunder and lightning goes through.
As you all are talking, you see that Illig is just sharpening that dagger, and then he just goes.
But, you know, we are going to have to go to Thither? Thither? Is that what was the other place called?
Hither.
Isn't that where we are right now?
We're in...
You are in Hither.
Yeah. Hither,
Where was it?
Hither, Tither, and Yon are the three.
Yeah, didn't Clapperclaw tell us they could get us to Thither?
I believe so.
Is that what the other place is called?
Yes. In exchange for finding his head, he will, or they will lead you to and from, lead you between Hither and Tither. Whenever you want.
Well, we know where we left it.
I mean, we can. This is what we can do. We can let them take out what's his face, Gullup the 19th. Then, when we're done with our current job, we can come back and we can take over.
Yeah, okay.
Then we have a placeholder.
A placeholder that owes us.
Exactly.
Assuming he won't be dead by the time we get back.
And that's actually a big concern.
We really don't know how long they stay in power here.
It doesn't seem very long.
I was just gonna rise up from the huddle, look over like, how long was the last king's reign?
The bullywugs like all look between themselves and say, I think King Gullup the 19th has been in power for a good long 2 months now.
Oh God.
Oh God.
And the one before him?
I was debating about, and how long has the head of King Dollop the First been out there?
King Dollop the First? You mean the which one are we talking about?
The latest.
The latest? He's been out there for oh gosh, I guess it's going on 4 months now.
Oh.
Wait. Oh God.
Yeah, it's an average of about 2 weeks per.
Should we circle back to this Republic idea?
I think so.
Another speaks up and says, well, you know, the longest reign was a whole 3.5 months, if you remember, Queen Gredia the Fifth. And they're like,
Maybe-
that's a very long reign.
Maybe that's what you need. You need a queen.
Mm-hmm.
Another says, well, yes, but the last queen only lasted I think 3 weeks.
Oh, so it's not a gender thing. It's just an incompetence thing.
The cut and thrust of royalty politics.
Yeah. Frankly, I'm concerned for your village. And that's putting it lightly. If you guys think 3 weeks is a good run.
How long do you typically... What is the lifespan of a bullywog?
Oh, that is important.
They all look between each other and say, what do you mean?
How old do you get?
They all look really confused. What do you mean old?
What's the
God,
eldest
they don't
bullywog
live
that
very
you know?
long.
They look between each other.
Do you understand the concept of age? You can clearly tell time.
Well, yes. I mean, we grow up from being tadpoles, and then where we become pollywogs and then bullywogs.
So, when a bullywug gets old and dies from being too old, about how many seasons is that?
They look between each other, and then you hear, "Wait, you can die from being old?"
Oh God, they don't live very long.
So maybe 3 weeks for them is a long time.
Okay, so
You know, if you had a prosperous king, yes, you can die from being old.
that's why it's important to not murder each other.
Yeah, I was not going to say that last part.
Yeah. It's probably
I
best.
have to admit, I am now waiting for the in with a big beehive on a stick.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, if we had a jar of bees right now, this would be perfect.
I have beans.
We do have the beans. Oh my God, if we unleashed a evil treant on this place,
Oh God.
it'd be nuts. I know you have PTSD about that.
You know what? I am better equipped with this character to handle a treant
That's true.
than a bard.
The treant for the witch.
Or we could just do like I did the last time and just copy all of, duplicate all of the bullywogs to quadruple their numbers.
Oh God, that'd be a real nightmare.
I mean, they only last like 6 weeks at that point. Then.
So when Igloo,
Illig,
yeah.
Illig, Baron of Muckstump.
When exactly did you plan on having this accident?
Soon.
Like-
Apparently you can die of old age, and I don't want that to happen.
Like today, tomorrow, 3 days from now?
What is your opinion? Should we wait?
You should wait until we come back.
You're right. Safety in numbers. And then, the Monarch Chell and I can be wed at last.
Mm-hmm.
We will talk about that.
You know what? If you... Let me just double check something.
Group huddle.
If you can get me 100 gold worth of powdered silver, I can make that happen.
Powdered silver, you say? I'm sure I can make a deal or two. Nothing bad ever happened from making a deal.
Not at all.
Nope. You will not regret this at all.
Oh,
Yeah, so we're gonna go find a head. and finish our tour. But don't do anything until we come back.
All right. Don't dally, and good luck to you.
And to you.
Oh. How long has this just... No, we've been walking around and we wouldn't have gotten a short rest.
No, you wouldn't.
Okay.
Anybody else think they're doomed?
Yes.
Yes.
Very much so.
I love these guys.
I think
the kingdom.
I think the cinders burning the other house could rule better than these Polywalk.
Let's get outside the hut and talk more.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You step
Iggle.
outside. and you
Iggly.
I like
see
that.
them just staring at you across the wooden planks.
I even forgot about him.
He didn't forget about you.
Just waiting for you. But you say goodbye to Illig, and he's like, fairly well.
Remember, wait until our signal, which is our return.
Go ahead and just give me a persuasion check, just general persuasion check.
Persuasion. I am decent at these.
I want to see how much this guy. Oh yeah. Okay.
19.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Charisma base.
Yeah.
We shall return on the morrow.
I'm using the Witchlight dice, and they jingle like bells when they roll.
Ah, cool.
Oh. Well, Kostya is now definitely looking around for that slightly rickety two-post sign that says "Now ruling." Dollop, and then it's got that tear-off slip that's up to 19.
Let's go across the bridge so we can pop a bit further away from them.
Yeah,
You-
that's probably best.
I don't know if Shell translated for Zashir about knowing where Clapperclaw's head was.
Not out loud, probably. That in the room. I mean, we did know where the head was because it was part of the rabbit's scarf thingy, right? That was what we determined.
He said that his head was the most.
It had something to do with the rabbit. I remember making
the rabbit
fun of-
stole it,
The
and
rabbit stole his head, which was a stag skull.
Right.
it should be in the middle of the big tree something.
Oh, so we gotta go back and deal with the rabbits.
Cinder doesn't know about that. That's why I was wondering if Zashir translated that bit about you knowing where his head was.
Well, yeah, we can discuss that. Get you up to speed.
Yeah.
A scorpion pot of bubble tea.
Yeah. Speaking of a scorpion pot and bubble tea, there are a couple things you see. Everybody just give me a general perception check.
Sure.
Oh,
18?
yeah, that is a pot of bubble tea. Let me get my roll. Roll.
A perfectly 50-50 roll. Ooh.
Alright. So,
Look at that. The monk is good at perception.
Yeah, so
It's not
Cinder,
even a class skill.
yeah, Cinder and Zashir. There's a couple things you see after you leave the house and start to cross the bridge. Up here, you notice that there is a cauldron just sitting at the top of the hill, and you can see it mostly by the kindling of flame, and the green smoke coming out of it. You also see just another hut right down here, and a large tree up here, and you hear the soft, melancholy music coming further down, same direction that the little note ran to.
Do you see, and does anybody else see or hear everything else that's going around? It's almost like to the point of overstimulation.
Apart from us?
Yes. There's something that smells good over here. I'm trying to remember. And then where was the melancholy sounds coming from?
You hear melancholy
The
music.
tree or over here?
No, you just see a large tree over here on the top of the hill. The melancholy music's coming in this direction.
Yeah, okay.
Then you got a building here and the pot with the green smoke up there.
We're in the Feywild.
Have fun. Choose your death.
Haven't killed us yet.
Perceptions are just everyday occurrences. It's as well just to ignore the distractions and carry on through.
Yeah, but usually if there's good smelling food, that means fire.
Do we want fire?
And she kind of flips her hair a little bit where the ends are literal fall. It's literal fire.
So you like to go see the fire?
I would like to go pay my respects to the fire.
Oh, how do you pay respect to fire?
By making it bigger.
Yeah, okay.
Cinder took the words out of Kostya's mouth.
Listen, I'm not gonna argue about Cinder making things bigger, especially the fire. So yeah, let's go. Don't translate that.
That's beautiful singing, Zashir. Beautiful.
Yeah,
I'll lead the way. I'll lead the way since it was my idea. And I'll head in the direction.
All right.
You said it was over this way?
It's at the top of the hill up here.
Ah. I don't want to get too far ahead of everybody.
Uncle Constantine will follow along behind just because his legs are little.
Alright, so as you come to the top of this hill, you see that there's a bulbous green-black cauldron with a thick lid that sits above a bed of hot coals on 6 sturdy iron legs that protrude from its curved bottom, like the extremities of a crab. There's a wooden ladle that hangs from a lanyard looped around the knob.
Huh, I've heard of crab boil.
I'm gonna get closer. Does it smell good or does it smell bad?
It smells... Let's find out. It smells terrible.
Oh. I think it needs a little
salt.
something. Does anybody have any of that pixie dust? No, just kidding.
Need some salt.
It might need some salt.
Can't say I've ever seen a cauldron with legs.
No, I don't think I have either. Is it like Is it like the... What is heating this? Is it like what I saw burning the house? Or is it like a magical flame? Is it actual fire?
Give me an investigation check with advantage.
Oh, I'm super good at these, guys.
You're gonna
Super
be fine. I
good.
believe in you.
19.
19.
Yep.
You really are good at this.
So you saw the dancing coals before, the dancing kindling before. Looking down, you do notice that beneath this cauldron of the grate there's a bit of movement, not just from the flames, but like a little coal might pop up and do a little backflip. There is something else you notice. As you're staring at this fire, there's two eyes that just kind of form out of these glowing flames and just hold their place in like a very unsteady motion. But you hear,
Are you alive?
you hear, yes, I am.
Wow.
What is being cooked inside you right now?
Well, if you want to find out, I could tell you how to open it. I'm hungry though.
You're hungry?
Oh.
You can't eat the food that's inside you?
I prefer dry kindling.
You did want to honor the flame.
Is there like a bush or something around that I can get like a stick from?
Yes, there is.
I want to go get a stick.
Sure, where do you get it from? There's a tree across on the other side of the hill over there.
Hold on, I'm gonna see it. You know what? How big is this thing's mouth?
Its face kind of, well, yeah, its face kind of implies medium-ish, maybe a little bit smaller than you.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out one of my torches, and I'm gonna crack it against my knee. I'm gonna feed it a couple of the splinters.
All right, so
The wood splinters.
how many of these torches do you feed it?
I mean, I'm just gonna break up one torch.
Okay, you break up one torch and you toss it in, and you go and you hear, kindling and pitch. And as you toss this in, the flames kind of roar a bit more to life. And what you see, you see this guy.
Oh, it's so...
Wow.
Yeah, a bit smaller than you, but he kind of like pops up a bit, and as these flames catch, and he goes, "Oh, much better. That was delicious."
You know, I can do that too. And more of her sets on fire.
Ha! Awesome. Well, it's good to meet a kindred spirit here. I knew you were a good one. The password, right? I did make that promise. If you want to see what's inside, the password is spittle spew.
Spittle spew?
Yes. Don't try lifting the lid without speaking that first.
Spittle spew.
Spittle spew.
Spittle spew. Does saying the password more than once lock it again?
Probably not.
Inspires confidence.
I only know how to open it.
How did you get inside of it?
Wait, hold on. Sense motive on that. Is he trying to get us to open this?
Do a...
Sense motive?
Yeah, an insight check.
Or insight?
Yeah.
I'm old. 21.
21. He's not trying to.
Okay,
He's living up to the deal he made.
Yeah, he's not trying to trick us into opening it accidentally or anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. Are we ready?
Him and several of the coals start dancing around.
Hey, I helped them keep a house burning.
That glow across the lake. Yes.
Mhm.
It seems to be getting bigger. I guess they're losing their battle.
Yeah, they just have one guy there, and they didn't even give him a bucket.
None of that is concerning.
Yeah, I'm sure. Bollywood politics.
So do you live here? Do you work for someone, or are you just?
Oh, I'm